What's up, guys? It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. Can you see me better here? Can you see me better here? So, today's video is actually going to be really quick, and it is what rep ranges are good for exercise. Good for exercise. It kind of depends on the exercise. So, if your focus is going to be fat loss, if your focus is going to be strength gains, if your focus is going to be bodybuilding gains, meaning the growing the overall physical appearance of the muscle size, then they are going to be relatively different ranges. Now, first of all, understand that I don't necessarily suggest always sticking to one rep range because you want to be strong, you want to be functional, you want to look good, and you also want to have a healthy cardiovascular system. Now, that being said, there are 3 rep ranges basically that I would say are probably going to be a worldwide synopsis that, yes, people are going to argue back and forth, 12 to 15, whatever. I would say between 12 to 20 reps is going to be high intensity fat burning. Okay, so generally speaking, when you go to do bodybuilding per se, you walk up to a bodybuilding machine and you would figure out whatever your 1 rep max would be. So, and I don't advise doing this necessarily without a guidance of a personal trainer, but say your 6 rep max was, for a leg extension, was 80 pounds. And then you go on the internet and find a 1 rep calculator, and then it says 120 is your 1 rep max. Okay, so 120. So you go 80% of 120, and that's what you're going to lift for 8 to 10 reps to be able to gain muscle. Now, that being said, going back to the fat burning understanding as far as the higher rep range, you're going to drop that down to 60, maybe 70% because you're not going to be able to do 80% for 20 reps. It's just not going to happen. Now, the opposite goes also with strength conditioning. So if you're trying to gain strength, like say you're trying to get a big, huge bench or something like that, then you would not be worrying about muscle hypertrophy. You would not be worried about the physical appearance of the muscle. So you would drop down your ranges from about 4 to 6. Now, let me recap. I know I kind of jumped all over the place, but I think you kind of followed me. So 4 to 6 rep ranges, 4 to 6 reps, meaning 4 to 6 reps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is going to be your whole set, okay? And then you would do 3 sets or 4 sets of that. Maybe if you're on a 5x5, going up to 5 on certain compound exercises. But generally speaking, of your reps should be grouped in sets of about 3, sometimes 4 at the most, I would say. Depending on what you're doing, there's other programs out there that follow a different path, but just generally speaking, the overall guideline would be 3 sets of each exercise, each body part, and then moving on to a different body part. Now, 4 to 6 for strength gains, 8 to 10 for hypertrophy, muscle appearance, meaning bodybuilding, getting swole, getting jacked, whatever, that would be 8 to 10. And then for fat burn, I'd say 12 to 20. Sometimes people say 12 to 15. I say 20 because I feel like I get a better muscle response for me personally when I go all out and lower the weight and get massive reps. I get an amazing pump. It feels way better. I feel like I get a lot more out of the workout. Now, it's important that you're doing strength conditioning if you're doing bodybuilding because relatively, as you become bigger on size, you will usually become stronger. It doesn't mean you're going to be as strong as a power lifter, but you will need to incorporate a little bit of both. And also higher endurance conditioning training as well, like cardiovascular training, higher reps and stuff like that. Because although they are used for burning fat, they're also used because you're sweating, because your heart's pumping faster, because you're working harder. So let's recap. Okay, I'm not trying to confuse anybody, but you have 3 basic rep ranges. 4 to 6, strength. 8 to 10, bodybuilding or muscle hypertrophy to build muscle. And the last one is 12 to 20, 15 to 20, 12 to 15, whatever you want to do. but it would be higher, and that would be for fat loss because you're burning more calories, obviously. You guys, I hope you guys like this video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe to our channel. Again, be stronger than your excuses. Remember to spread love, not hate. Check us out on Facebook. Our group is called Healthy Living for Healthy Life. Have an awesome day. Thank you so much for watching. Drink your water.